Hello, you beautiful entrepreneurs. Welcome to today's episode of Your Business Unleashed podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the Canadian Entrepreneurs Incentive that was announced in the 2024 federal budget. It gives certain entrepreneurs in a very limited number of industries access to reduced capital gains inclusion rates when they sell their business. So why is this important? Well, the 2024 budget also announced a general increase of capital gains inclusion rates from 50 to 67%. And so the new CEI, or Canadian Entrepreneurs Incentive, is presumably meant to reduce the impacts of this increase on the sale of shares of small businesses in Canada after the phase-in period, which for some reason the CEI's phase-in period is a staggering 10 years. So if you want to learn more about the capital gains inclusion rate increase from 50 to 67%, I've actually recorded a fairly detailed podcast on that. I'm sure it'll be one of two because we don't yet have legislation. So I'll have to do some analysis and record another podcast when the actual legislation comes down, even though this change is set to take effect in 3 weeks. Oh boy. So how does the Canadian Entrepreneurs Incentive work? So eligible individuals will get a reduced capital gains inclusion rate of 1/3. So that's only 33%, down from 2/3 or 67% on capital gains up to $2 million on the disposition of qualifying small business shares. So this reduced inclusion rate is applied to gains that exceed the individual's lifetime capital gains exemption, which, by the way, I've just recorded a podcast on that as well, because there was a change announced in the 2024 budget. So go listen to that. So it's reduced by the lifetime capital gains exemption, and individuals are still eligible to claim the reduced capital gains inclusion rate of 50% on the next $250,000 of capital gain after their lifetime capital gains exemption. And then you claim the Canadian Entrepreneurs Incentive. So you can actually sell your business for quite a bit more than the gains exemption and not be subject to the 2/3 capital gains inclusion rate, which is set to take effect on June 25th. So which industries are eligible for the Canadian Entrepreneurs Incentive? I think it's easier to say which industries are not. And professional corporations, so me and doctors and people who we need in this country to start businesses really, really badly, they're not eligible. Professional corporations, engineers, doctors, sorry, you're not eligible. So reputation or skill workers, so anything with a goodwill business, so, goodwill businesses. The finance industry, not eligible. The insurance industry, not eligible. The real estate industry, not eligible. Food and accommodation, I don't know why we're going after restaurants and hotels here. It's really, really strange, the selection process to exclude industries from this. The arts industry, that one's absolutely flooring given the government who's announced this policy. I would have thought they'd be all over, they'd really, the arts industry has generally been supported here. So that's a weird one to me. The recreation industry, the entertainment industry, the consulting industry, and the personal care industry. So all those industries. Hairdressers, you're out. Food and accommodation, you're out. If you sell houses, you're out. If you do anything with insurance, you're out. If you are an artist, you're out. So which industries are eligible for the Canadian Entrepreneurs Incentive? Well, construction, tech, manufacturing, those types of things. And so those are eligible. So how do you get more information about the Canadian Entrepreneurs Incentive? Happy to have a chat with you. If you're considering selling your business, we definitely want to have a robust conversation about timing, what the new lifetime capital gains exemption will do, and what the new capital gains inclusion rate will do combined with this new Canadian Entrepreneurs Incentive. Let's marry it all together for you. Give us a call here at Aiken Henderson. And thank you so much for listening. We'll see you at the next episode.